It's Tom from the Metalhead Show here at Manchester Academy 2 with Dani from Barry Tomorrow. Dani, good to see you again.
Yeah, it's really good to see you as well.
Awesome. You guys are currently set on your biggest UK headline tour to date. How's it been for you so far?
Yeah, crazy, man. Like, it's all of the dates so far, the 2 dates that we've done have surpassed expectations. You know, it's been pretty crazy. Some of the numbers that have been coming out to watch our little old band, like, it's been pretty rad, yeah.
So this year's been the biggest year to date for Barry Tomorrow. You just toured Australia, you brought out Runes, hit number 34 in the charts. You're on your biggest headline UK tour to date. You played main stage Download Festival. Do you guys feel like this is the most momentum you've ever had?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be back to having loads of momentum, you know, and it's as a perception of it when you're in a band, you know, you don't really view it in that way. You know, it's just about those achievements that you need to get done, and things like Download. Obviously, it was an absolute privilege to play main stage, but you know, it's one of those things where you're like, that's cool, let's get it done. And same as this headliner, you know, you've got all anxiety and expectations for the shows, but it's about getting out there and actually doing it, and you know, reaping the benefits of doing that. And at the end, you know, when you finish those tours, you're like, oh, cool, yeah, that was good. That was a great time. You can have time for reflection, but yeah, the band is moving in the right direction, and I'm pleased about it.
Awesome. So the last time we spoke was a little bit before Runes came out. How did you find the reaction to the album from your fans?
Yeah, it was surpassed expectations again. Team BT is rocking strong now, and it's growing and growing and growing, which is the best thing about an album, you know. And people seem to dig it. They seem to dig that we've, you know, taken a bit more of a metal approach to it, a bit more of a faster and aggressive approach as well. And yeah, so I'm glad, because that's obviously how we're forging our sound now and how we're going to go forward. So it's nice to see that people are appreciating that.
How does it feel seeing people with the Runes tattoo?
There's quite a lot as well, man. It's been pretty. The first few were a bit daunting, but now it's kind of real humbling experience, you know. And it's almost like it's a bit of a team now, you know. We've all got it, and it's really cool to meet people, and it's almost like a talking point, you know. It's an awesome icebreaker when you meet people.
Awesome. So going back a bit to Download as well, did it meet all your expectations?
Yeah, it surpassed that. Yeah. I mean, it was Andy Copping is an awesome dude, and he put us on the Download the year before. Obviously, did Pepsi Max, and that went absolutely amazing for us, absolutely swimmingly, and we kind of gathered us so much momentum through that year, you know. And for him to actually broach the subject of us being on main stage, which, you know, it's kind of like a pipe dream. We never thought that would happen. And then for him to say that we're going to be on third on the day really that we wanted, you know, we wanted the Linkin Park day, we wanted it with Bring Me and people like that as well, and it was perfect for us, you know. And we're privileged to be able to have done it, and I think we did it justice. You know, I asked him afterwards what he thought, and I asked Dave Bradley, who also helps book Download, and he said we did him proud. So that's all we could really ask for. And people came out in their absolute storms. You know, it was early in the morning, and people still came out and watched us, and it was wild. Yeah, it was awesome.
Awesome. So moving on to the Australian tour, what were some of your maybe favourite on-stage and off-stage memories?
The whole Brutality tour was amazing. Like, it was cool to be able to go on the road with, you know, Ghost Inside we've known for quite a while now, and Arco the Prom Queen actually were one of the bands that influenced our band when we first started. So it was Ghost Inside as well. Like, I mean, their first album came out the year just before Portraits came out, our first album, and that was a huge influence on us. We used to jam their first record all the time. Tracks like Faith and Forgiveness is absolutely huge. Fury of the Fallen Ones is what the album's called, and yeah, that was a big influence of BT and how we wanted to then take our music, you know, influences writing breakdowns, and we never did that before, you know. And it was a privilege to be able to tour with those bands, and some of the shows are huge, you know. The major cities, Adelaide, Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney, they were just off the chain, like the amount of people that they're very similar to like Birmingham on this tour, like 1,100 people, you know. And it was cool. It was really cool, and it was nice to play in a territory that we hadn't ever played before in a band, you know, and have people all the way around the world singing your songs and having tattoos, and it just blew my mind a little bit, you know. And it shows the power of the internet in this day and age. But off stage, like Byron Bay was amazing. It was nice to be in the home of Parkway Drive. Like that was cool. Like we've heard a lot about that place, and obviously you watch the DVDs that they've put out, and you talk to the guys, and they talk about their home like, you know, it's paradise, and it is, you know. And we went there, and it was paradise. And Coolangatta was amazing as well on the Gold Coast. We got to swim 20 minutes before we went on stage in the sea, so it was real cool. I also fed a 6 metre long crocodile called Boss, and he was awesome. Yeah, that was cool.
Awesome. So final question, Danny. Lots of momentum this year, biggest year for Barry tomorrow, but what is next for the band?
Pushing forward, we've got a couple of tour announcements coming up, like pretty big ones, Euro and UK, which is awesome for us to be able to get back on it, you know, and because Europe for us is really somewhere that we really want to capitalise on next year. You know, Germany, Belgium, those places have always been amazing for our band, but it's about time now that we step them up to where the UK is. We feel that's our campaign really, and then get away to loads of territories. We want to get back out to America, hopefully back and revisit and capitalise on what we did in Australia, you know, and get some more fans out there, and then write a new album, which is a horrifically daunting thing to think about now, but yeah, I mean we have to keep momentum up, you know.
Yeah.
There was such a massive gap between Portraits in Union and even Union to Rooms, you know. It was very extended gaps, and it would be wrong of us to do the usual, you know, year and a half between albums. We have to get it out before then, you know. So yeah, that campaign starts. Hopefully play some big festivals and then start again, you know.
Awesome. Well, sounds great. Well, thanks so much for speaking to us, Danny. Have a great show tonight and all the best for the rest of the tour.
Cheers, thanks.